So now let us discuss solubility curves in detail. This is for IIT Advanced, IIT JAM, NET and GATE, because in the CBSE board there is no question from solubility curves. So it is for competitive exams like NEET, IIT JEE, IIT JAM, NET and GATE, right? So let us discuss first on the basis of solubility, on the basis of effect of temperature on solubility. Ionic solids are classified into three categories. So first category is the ionic solids like NaNO3, KNO3, NaCl, KCl, etc., whose solubility increases on increasing temperature. So how is it possible that solubility increases on increasing temperature? Because when solute and solvent leads to the formation of solution, heat is absorbed. Means this type of reaction or this type of dissolution process proceed with the absorption of heat. Applying Le-Chatelier's principle. So according to this principle, on increasing temperature, equilibrium shift in the direction which leads to absorption of heat. That means it shifts forward only when temperature is increased, because heat is absorbed in the forward direction. So if we plot the graph between solubility means gram per 100 gram of water versus temperature, then for NaNO3 curve is like this, for KNO3 it is like this. At low temperature solubility is less, but as temperature increases it increases sharply. Same is the case with NaCl and KCl. For NaCl, initially at low temperature solubility is more, but increase in solubility with increase in temperature is very steep. It is not very sharp. And for KCl, at low temperature it is less, but at high temperature it increases. So these curves are continuous curves. These are continuous because on increasing temperature solubility goes on increasing. So these are continuous curves. This is first category where dissolution is endothermic. Heat is absorbed in such processes and dissolution is endothermic. So for endothermic processes solubility increases on increasing temperature, right? So this is first category. Now let us discuss second category. Just note down. Okay. So now let us discuss second category. most of the solids fall into the first category and very few fall in the second category. These are those whose solubility decreases continuously on increasing temperature. So they are like, for example, cerium sulfate, lithium carbonate, sodium carbonate monohydrate, or there are calcium acetate, even calcium chromate. So these are the few solids whose solubility decreases continuously on increasing temperature. So why is it so? Could you guess? Yes, I think because in first category solubility increases continuously on increasing temperature, and that dissolution process is endothermic. In this case, as solubility decreases continuously on increasing temperature, apply Lipsch-Talliage principle. So this type of dissolution process is always exothermic. This process is dissolution process in this category is exothermic. And if you plot a graph, again solubility in gram per 100 gram of water versus temperature, then they fall continuously, like cerium sulfate and calcium acetate likewise. Got it? When we increase the temperature, solubility decreases continuously. So I think you can guess, if solubility increases continuously on increasing temperature, dissolution process is endothermic. If solubility decreases continuously on increasing temperature, dissolution process is exothermic. Now third category, that is very interesting. Okay, so let us discuss. Just note down. Now third category, in this category curves are discontinuous. In first and second category curves are continuous. In first case they are increasing continuously, solubility increases continuously on increasing temperature. In second category solubility decreases continuously on increasing temperature. In first case dissolution process is endothermic. In second case dissolution process is exothermic. Now in this case curves are discontinuous. Discontinuous curves, this category belongs to those solids in which on increasing temperature either the solid changes its polymorphic form, change in polymorphic form, changes on increasing temperature, or there is a change in water of crystallization or water of hydration. Or hydrated form changes into anhydrous form. So there are Again, few examples, like first example is ammonium nitrate. Ammonium nitrate changes from alpha form to beta form on increasing temperature. What is these polymeric forms? These are crystalline forms of the same substance, different crystalline forms of the same solid. Okay. Second is calcium chloride. Calcium chloride is hexahydrated. When we increase the temperature, first it changes into tetrahydrated and then dihydrated. And third example is shown by sodium sulfate 10H2. On increasing temperature, it changes into anhydrous form. It is very interesting example. In many competitive exams, this question appears. So sodium sulfate decahydrate changes into anhydrous form at 32.4 degrees Celsius. Above 32.4 degrees Celsius, it is in anhydrous form, and below 32.4 degrees Celsius, it is in the hydrated form. So this 32.4 degrees Celsius is known as transition temperature. The temperature in which one form changes into another is known as transition temperature. So if we plot the solubility curves, again same solubility in gram per 100 gram versus temperature, then for ammonium nitrate it is like this: alpha form, beta form. For calcium chloride there are three forms: calcium chloride hexahydrate, then calcium chloride tetrahydrate, then calcium chloride dihydrate. And last, most interesting, is sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate dot 10H2, and this is known as Glauber's salt. So at 32.4 degrees Celsius, it change into. So see, in first up to this, solubility increases on increasing temperature, and at this point of temperature, that is 32.4 degrees Celsius, when we further increase the temperature, solubility decreases on increasing temperature. So what would happen? That means if hydrated form of this salt, Glauber's salt, is dissolved in water, then dissolution is endothermic. Dissolution is endothermic up to 32.4 degree Celsius. And if we dissolve sodium sulfate above 32.4 degrees Celsius, that means it is in the anhydrous form, and then dissolution is exothermic. Same type of example is shown by copper sulfate. So copper sulfate pentahydrate, its solubility increases up to 40 degrees Celsius, and above 40 degrees Celsius solubility decreases on increasing temperature. That means 40 degrees Celsius is the transition temperature for copper sulfate, right? So this is all about solubility curves. These are very important as far as your competition exam is concerned. So note it and keep in mind this discontinuous curves. And why there is a discontinuity? Because of change in polymeric form, or change in water of hydration, or change from hydrated form to anhydrous form, right? So thank you very much for watching this video. Do like, subscribe and share my channel. God bless you all. Happy learning.